Hey there YouTubers, Jason with HOJ Forge. I got a craft show coming up, and inspired by Chandler Dickinson, I'm going to try a file herb chopper. Before we get to that, just a reminder, my anvil is on its way out. The faceplate is cracking. It's a cast iron anvil with a steel faceplate, and the faceplate is getting used up real quick with all the forging I'm doing. So need to replace it. If you can help out, I've got a Patreon account. I'm going to start a GoFundMe. That might be up. Once it is, I'll put a link in the description, maybe up in the corner somewhere here too. But let's get to this herb chopper. So I was at my local scrapyard and found some old files the other day, and he said, take them, they're yours. So for free, I got a handful of big old files, and grabbed one at random that I want to try making an herb chopper out of. This one is a Heller. So I nipped off the end here. I'm going to stretch this out real quick and heat treat it and make sure it hardens in with my normal heat treating segment. I do this with any steel I get in that I'm going to make a bladed something out of, a knife or whatever. So this is just an herb chopper. It doesn't need to be the best in the world, but I do want it to hold an edge. So we're going to start with this. That's all it's going to take, just to thin it out a little bit. So I'm going to get it up to non-magnetic, quench it in my oil, and see if it hardens. If it doesn't, then we'll try water. I'd call that a successful heat treat. So oil it is. There's the crack in the faceplate. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but it's not going to last much longer, so that's why I need to replace this puppy. So if you haven't watched Chandler's videos on how to make these, he goes through all the details. This is my first attempt at one, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to give you a whole lot of info, but first I'm going to start trying about an inch to draw it out to get the handle to curve around the top. And then we'll take 3 or 4 inches of the rest of the file and nip it off and turn that into the blade part. And we're going to try and keep as many of the file marks in there as we can to keep them in there, I guess. So I'm going to start stretching out the handle part of it. That's what happens when you turn your back on the stupid forge. Alright, we got to nip about another ½ inch off. There it is. Alright, so I'm going to go clean up the edge on the grinder and then we'll bend the handle in place. Lesson number 1 in blacksmithing: never try to catch anything. Okay, now the test. And I'm thinking I may do it again, but I'm going to do it in the water. Okay, if that didn't do it, I don't know what will. Oh, that's better. You can already tell. Alright, we got a hard edge. So I'm going to clean it up a little bit. Go through a couple of grits of belt and probably wire wheel this part, and we'll call it good. Woo doggy, that's what I call a fun evening at the forge. Let's take a look at the final product. For my first try, I think it came out pretty dang cool. And I got lots of files, so I'll probably be making quite a few more of these. Pretty dang easy. Yeah, I don't know how long it took me overall. Hour and a half maybe. Maybe not that long, but pretty quick project, and should be able to sell a bunch of these. So thanks for checking it out, and I'll catch you on the next video, which hopefully won't be too much longer.